Accessing and connecting with our divinity. If you are a healer, this is going to skyrocket your healing abilities. And if you are just a person doing your magic in the world, this is just going to create and amplify the magic of your life. And really, this is something I believe that we all have access to. We all came here to awaken and remember and ignite within ourselves and within another. And that is witnessing our divinity. So when I work with a client, I am curious as to what their human is experiencing. I'm very curious as to all of the myriad of physical manifestations that the body is presenting, that their world is presenting and reflecting back to them, that their relationships are showing them, that their health is showing them. And then from there, I ask their higher self, their soul, what does this mean? What would you like him or her to know about this? And this is, call it your higher self, your soul, your highest truth, or your divinity. This is what will make the difference of the difference. So seeing people not as sick, not as struggling, but as their truest, highest iteration of self. And when we can access this and awaken this and speak to this part of people, this is when rapid shifts happen. This is when we really call in our divine support team that is here desiring to help us in every moment of every day. But we have to ask them and we have to call upon them and we have to be willing to work with them, because when we work with the physical, things can be very slow, be very, I always, an image that I see a lot is like a whack-a-mole. Like we're trying to help something, to cure something, to whatever it is. And it's like, when we just work with the physical, we get rid of one symptom and then another pops up. We get rid of that symptom and then another pops up. We get rid of that symptom and then another, right? And this can happen in relationships. This can happen in our health. This can happen with our work and career. Like, unless we are getting to the energetic root and working with our energetic self and our highest self and our divinity, we are going to continue to play physical whack-a-mole. And I don't know about you, but I was very over that game after years and years and years of trying to heal my body and just seeing different things pop up in different areas of my life. But that is because there is a deeper energetic root that is desiring to communicate with us. And so when we access and witness and speak with and connect with our divinity, this is the magic sauce. This is when life begins to get really, really incredible, because not only do we have the opportunity to access and work with and communicate with another's divinity, but with our own divinity. Now, this is fascinating because it is oftentimes easier for us as humans, especially the ones that I'm probably speaking to right now, to connect with others' divinity as opposed from yourself. But just in the same way that you can see the divine in another, you can too access and see the divine within yourself. You have such a big heart, and to the degree and extent to which you allow yourself to open and see and witness and cherish your own heart, your own divinity, the degree to which we allow in others to see and receive our divinity, and to the capacity to which we can truly give to others in their divinity and their truest, highest self. And so when we work with people, when I work with people, I was taught to look at symptoms, and that a certain symptom means a certain thing. And that if the body is expressing in a certain way, it means this. It means they need this supplement. It means they need this medication. It means that they have this going on. But I found that to be very limiting, especially in my own personal journey. That never truly healed things. When we can get to the energetic root, when we can speak with divine, with our divinity, and with source divine, we now access and awaken answers that may not make sense to our logical mind. But I really see that this is where we are going and being asked and called upon in this time space, is to work with, access, ignite, and awaken our divinity, and similarly to then see the divinity within another. This is really fascinating because I've witnessed this in relationships as one example of connecting with another's divinity. And this often happens with very spiritual and empathetic people, is we can see the highest in people, we can see their divinity. But this doesn't always mean that their human is aligned for our human. And I believe this is a very fascinating thing because at a divine perspective, I think that we are all perfect matches for one another. And at a divine perspective, we are all healthy and healed. And at a divine perspective and consciousness, we are living in our highest truth and doing our sacred work, and we are that purest essence. But it's really this merging of these realms, right? That's what we're here to do, is take the divine and bring it into the body, bring it into this physical experience, because the body is the vessel for our divinity. And so this doesn't mean that we give others a pass and say that anything that they do is fine because we connected with their divinity. This doesn't mean this. And it doesn't mean that we don't work on our physical body and do physical things because at a higher divinity, like, we're all just perfect and well. What this means is that the answers that you seek, the harnessing of energy, is a top-down approach. So often, not always. But it's a top-down approach in the sense that when we receive and work with the divinity, our divinity, and the messages it has for us, all of these things at the bottom begin to now fall into place. And this can often, I've talked about this before, this can often look like things falling away. This can often look like everything begins to go wrong. This can often look like things not going right. Go back and watch the past few videos because we talk about this. We talk about bridge moments. We talk about things falling apart and falling away. This doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. It means that it means that things are rearranging to support you and where you're going. But when we can really tap into our divinity and really access this part of ourselves and another, this is where the solutions lie. And I wish that I could tell each and every person that here is the formula of how to do it. You simply just do this and there's divinity. But the truth is that divinity is it's going to be a unique surrender for each and every one of us. It's going to be a unique dance for each and every one of us, a unique communication and co-creation. And my goal is always just to lead you to this, to lead you to your inner wisdom, your inner truth, your inner power, and your inner divinity. Through any and all of these words, through any and all of the sessions that we do together and the programs that we do together, because this is how we connect with our divinity. Because there is no formula for divine. It's such a unique, special magic. And once you've tasted that magic, once you've felt it, once you've received that energetic imprint, you now have it. And you now access it and awaken it and tap into it. And once it's ignited within you, it can't be put out. It will never be put out. And that is such a beautiful, glorious thing. So if you need support in awakening your divinity, seeing the divinity within yourself and within all you do, this is where our one-on-one work comes into play. And this is where the miracle frequency will shift you in how you see and perceive things. And both of those links and information will be down below. We all came to help each other in remembering and accessing and seeing our divinity. And so as I see the divine in you, so too do you get to see the divine in yourself and in another. And with that, I'm just sending you all infinite love and light.